Greetings, mortals. I am Nates, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1035, Zoro vs. King. So I guess King's gonna be defeated in this chapter, huh? Well, I guess so. At least it's better than the Toby Ropos fights, where it just felt rushed as all hell. So yes, anyway, the first page of One Piece, we actually don't have a request from someone, but actually a new cover story with Escape Whole Cake Island, United, uh, Escape from Whole Cake Island, which I guess we're gonna see how the Germa and what happened to them after the whole Big Mom attack, which is nice. And there's been a lot of things curious about what exactly happened. Although let's us hope that it's not gonna be something kind of disappointed a bit. Maybe it's gonna be like a bunch of forces are like down, which to everyone that looks like they are most of them are like forcing themselves to be able to move. So who knows? We will see what's actually happened. So yes, the first page we have is actually of how we end the last page with Sanji kicking Queen. Then there's like a heavy blow as we see Queen being from mouth and teeth coming from his mouth as we see him being thrown, what can only be described, thrown off Onigashima into the air. Like, I guess the next cover story is gonna be what his adventures or something. Although it would be kind of funny if like the way that the German adventures end is with a queen like falling onto their ship or something. That would be kind of funny, in all honesty. And could potentially mean something in the future, similar to how actually capturing Caribou meant something. So yeah, I guess this means that that theory about the awakened zones being the reason why the big beast pirates come back isn't probably gonna be the case because otherwise why would that happen if Queen's not gonna be in the present? But oh well, we'll see how this thing happens. I mean, to be fair, you could still have that be the case. So as anyways, then we have Cassandra be like, "Oof, oof," and she looks serious. So as then we see the woman, as the woman's like, glances quickly. I guess she just wants to get the mouse and run away. As they have a squeak, as I guess Sanji grabs something from his back as he gives the mouse. I'm mistaken calling it a rat last chapter. Mouse to the Osomi, I believe was the name. The Korosan. And like, oh, Chuji! As then we have Chuji, thank goodness! As then Sanji like, it was a bit dangerous back there. Don't want him to get hurt. As then we have the woman be like, "Oh, thank you so much!" As this mouse is like squeaking, as Sanji's like remembering his past when his family, as he was, feeding. As we got a picture of how he was like feeding a mouse in his jail cell. As there's someone like in the background, I'm guessing his siblings be like, "That drop out. He's making food for that dirty mouse again." And then we have next panel where Sanji be like, "Miss, are you sure you are unhurt?" As Sanji falls to the ground because he's all beaten and bloody. And she's like, "Ah, Skull Dome, Lab Brain Tower, Battle of the Pleasure District, winner Sanji." And then we have the woman, "Somebody please get the first aid kit quickly," which is very funny. Like, it's kind of funny, which I guess the woman is now aware there was Queen around who's actually hitting her, which probably makes more sense if we're being honest ourselves. I guess that's what's gonna be explained to them. Like, I could see the next time we see something, there will be, so Queen had the ability to turn invisible and hit you. Makes more sense if you ask me. So, anyways, then we cut back to we have a Zoro is fighting King, and Zoro with his Concourse Hawking actually managed to cut King's mask and make him a bit bleed. And also something to take note of: the King doesn't have his flames on his back anymore. And so it was like flash, flash. And then we have King's mask starting to fall apart. And we get like his face reveal this chapter. And Zoro's like, just as I thought, when the flames on his back is out, he's faster. But his defense gets weaker. So I guess now we get a bit of reveal what exactly is going on with his weaponry. So the flame is basically kind of like a measuring stick. Like you can tell the speed from how little the fire is, but you can tell the defense and how big the fire is, which is a pretty unique thing to do and a very difficult thing to do, especially to handle, especially if King can, King seems to do it effortlessly. So yeah, then we have King like removing the masks to get his face reveal, and King is like nothing all that special, in all honesty. So then we have Zoro like taking looking back, he's like, oh shit, he just took off his mask. I hope this isn't some kind of power up. So then we have the Beast Bars who were knocked out by Zoro earlier, as they're like, no way, King Summer's mask. And then we see that some of the Beast Bars still like get in the from the Conquest hockey, as they're like, so the rumors were true. Black wings, white hair, dark skin, and dark brown skin. The world government is offering 100 million berries for any information on him. As then we have King being like, getting his flames ready, filling his blade with fire as we get like a better shot of him. And King honestly looks like the stereotypical pretty boy and kind of looks like a character from the Sharians in the Analog. As he has his, and now he's also like unzipped his jacket, and he like has that like show off his massive manly chest of thing. And then we have the Beast Pirates be like, well, no, wait, we didn't mean. Which I guess they're trying to say, we didn't mean it like we're gonna give the vulgar information. We were just saying because that's like what your race is the most well known for. As King uses the Imperial Dragon to send the Beast Pirates and they all burn up. Yeah, and they're screaming in pain and they're gonna burn to death right now. As he's like, the castle was already burning up enough as it was. There's no way to treat you, man. You're better be better off. So I guess he was like, there was no way you man would get to a medic anyways, and there was fire anyway, so you guys would have died anyway, so it doesn't really matter here. So yeah, then we have Zoro be like, focus on me, then throwing a tantrum. Zoro, this isn't throwing a tantrum. This is actually what a competent villain does when he is angry and has to show and has to silence annoying soldiers or ineffective soldiers or useless soldiers in this case. He's slow. He just kills them quickly and efficiently. Doesn't throw attention. I mean, have you seen Kylo Ren, for example? That villain throws attention if you just stole him his cereal. Well, they ran off his cereal. So then King looks up at Zoro, which I guess is Zoro jumping in the air at the top of the dome. Uh, so it's like, so the government is interested in your kind, huh? Wanna tell me about your race? Which one? Is this like, it does. Are we sure Zoro doesn't have a devil fruit, which allows him to get more powerful as he knows more things about his opponent or something? Then we have King looking up at him. It's like, why should I bother? You'll be dead soon. As he goes into his pterodon form and he starts fighting fire again. As he's back in the top of it. As Zoro starts blocking it and they start slashing and all. And they start slashing themselves all over the place. As then we have King returning back to his into his his Lunarian form or human form, whatever you want to call it. As he goes to the top, as he goes on a latch, as those also on the ground be like, haha, I don't have much time. If we keep dragging things out, this sword will kill me, referring to Anma. So then we have King being like, I feel close to my limit too. Then we have Zoro be like, his race being special doesn't change anything for me. So yeah. Then we have Zoro be like, we are in the same boat then, but you had your time on top. Now you've got to make room for us. So is Luffy gonna be replacing Beast Pirates on the Yonko scale? Alright. Although I feel like we should have probably had more time with them instead of just, getting the battles and just vaguely using them. So as then we have Zoro using the technical King of Hell free sword style. As then King's like, don't get ahead of yourself. Kaido-san is going to be the next king of the pirates. Which I guess supposed to be kind of like his Luffy will become the king of the pirates speech, but for the Beast Pirates, which is nice to see. We don't actually focus that much on it. And judging by the flashback we are getting right now, we actually gotta get to see more of it. So then we have King being like, remembering when he first met Kaido, and Kaido's like, "You're a Lunarian. The government will never let you go. I saw their experiments to test your endurance." As then we have, so I guess this confirms that there was a bunch of theories about Kaido being experimented upon, and this is confirms it finally. So yes, anyway, Kaido's in like, I'm leaving this place to form my own pirate crew. So how about it? Are you in, guinea pig? It's a bit funny to say to it. So yeah. Anyways, we see King there, and actually it seems like King's like very shirtless and pants. So now, as King's like in that experimental chamber, as not as King tells Kaido, "Do you really think you'll be able to change the world?" And then Kaido's like, "I am the only one who can." Which is kind of pretty. This is supposed to be a very obvious parallel between kind of like shows that kind of parallel between Luffy, King, and Kaido with Zoro and Luffy, this type of thing. So it makes sense. So then we have announced to be like that subjects have escaped. As then we have King Kaido being like, "Your name?" As King says, Arbor. So I guess that's King's real name, Arbor. Which makes me wonder what Queen's real name is. Since, but yeah, anyways, then we have God be like, "You have the power worthy of a stronger name. Call yourself king. Stand by me and I will never sell you out." So yeah, this is the kind of power we get here. And you know what's funny? Although King is not a swordsman, it's like how he still uses a sword pretty often. So I guess even if you're not a swordsman, you're still gonna be using swords for the most part. So yeah, then we have like Kyle laugh. It's like, "From the days onwards, you're my right hand man. Whoa, whoa, whoa." So yeah, I guess King Kyle likes King because he's like also like on a similar boat to him. So yeah, so we have this memory from King, which I wonder if this means that he's gonna die, similar to how villains and demons that used to die after we get their backstories. But oh well. So then we have King Zoro using Purgatory Onigiri, and it seems like King dodged that, but it destroyed like a rock or something that was there. As then we have Zoro like his flaming is burning. That attack didn't do any damage. So that's more of a defense. Now he's more in a defense. Then King uses Imperial Flaming Dragon. We have Zoro like, "This fire is like magna." So I guess this means that King's fire is a lot higher than normal fire now. Which is, I guess, pretty logical, though I would say is standard fire. It's always difficult in anime to guess how powerful some character's fire is. Like, you have Black Clover, whose fire is all over the place, but then you have, like, My Academia, whose fire seems to, like, be able to, just the being near it destroys built cities and all. But this time it's, like, just kind of, I guess, a flame version of Magna. So as then we have King being like, "Oh," as then we have all of King Zoro's swords going slashing with King's sword, and he activates one of his tricks that his swords has, and that that one that was able to trap Zoro's swords, and he does that again. As Zoro's like, "That sword again. Why would he be using a different sword here, Zoro? Or did you forget that he has that ability? Or did he thought that he replaced it or something? I don't know." So anyways, then we get a close up of both their eyes, and then we have them like their clash, like sending them backwards. As I was like, you're not taking away these that name swords of mine for the second time." So yeah, so I guess now we have Zoro falling on the ground, bit rolling around. He's like, whoosh. As then we have they're staying there. And it's like he speed up. That this means as King appears, and he gets like the panel where he punches Zoro in the face, which was actually predicted. As then we have Zoro be like, I can cut him! As he does bird dance, and he actually cuts like straight the middle of King, which has a back a bit. Hoof, hoof. Hmm. And then we have King be like, you caught on to how my powers work. That you. And then we have Zoro be like, that's right, are you ready to admit you're beaten? You know, I really feel like the Shawheads do need a bit of a reality check at this point, some form of way, because come on, so why would she admit now he's beaten? Like why the hell would King, just because you caught him, be like, oh I submit, I'm defeated? Like it's not like King even has like a this impressive reputation about himself that would make him be one of those like I mean Katakuri at least, you know, you could be kind of a case because, you know, he was like said how this unbeatable and all. But it's kind of weird how we have this kind of where he's like, I mean, you're beaten already. So yeah, now they're clashing again, slicing each other. And then we have Zombie like, looks like you're blocking now. What happened to them having no effect on you? You seem scared now. Which really, I really feel like this has to like lead to some kind of like reality check at this point, but for the Straw Hats, as it like sort of it like King's like a bit. As I have Zoro like King like jumping off the place as he like your kind is too inferior for you to have prayer against me. Foo foo. And then Zoro's like that's the kind of thinking I hate most. What's kind of funny he's now suddenly saying this to Zoro, even though previously he didn't like I don't think he ever said anything like that to Queen or anything like that. So it's kind of funny how he's trying to say it like this. And then I have King be like, I'll remember you're a decent swordsman. And so you get his pterodactyl form. And then we have him saying, then we have Zoro being like, if you survive me, I'll scar you so bad that you'll never forget this fight. So yeah, that's what Zoro's planning on doing right now. And then we have uh, the King using Imperial Guardian Fire Dragon. Is that dragon again? Oh, by the way, the dragon does look similar to Kaido, but that I feel like just makes sense. Or maybe that's just how towards gonna be drawing his Chinese dragons. Then we have Zoro getting serious. It's like King of Hell, free dragon style, 100 free senses, surrounding Jinguku dragon. As then we have King Zoro slicing through the dragon, similar to how it's supposed to be taken. How Yuma cut a dragon's head. Oh my god, King has like a shock, especially he was able to do that. And then we get like that slash as King gets sliced, and his. And it actually looks like Zoro cut one of King's wings right now. Like, my god. Zoro was enjoying it. He said, I'll cut you so bad that you remember this fight. So, yeah. And then we have the to be like, even dragons can be slayed with a single swing. So, yeah. I guess that's supposed to be again like referencing that and the whole one slice through. So, yeah. Now I am wondering if this is the end of the fight because this chapter doesn't really like feel like it's a fully finishedness, like the end of the battle or anything. Like this just like we see the hit and how it goes to how it cuts through the dragon, how it goes straight to at the king, and how it's his king. But I don't really know if like it's a I don't know. It just feels like it would just be like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's impressive. But considering the last two considering the Queen chapter, and you know the January chapters go, I guess this is the ending. I don't know. It just feels like the final page should be like a bit more of a, I don't know, like more of a close, like a more of a close one with cutting right into King, but I guess it's supposed to be a more long range attack for Zoro finally. So yeah, it's probably like the end of the fight, but yeah, I kind of feel like it's gonna be different. Although if the whole Awakened Zone theory is true, then that may actually be the end of it. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Oh, this chapter was a pretty good action chapter as it stands. Probably like I would say outside of Kaido's battle, probably like the best we had so far. we had this arc, but yeah, that's pretty much it for it. And no, the next chapters I feel like probably focusing on some other character fights. Like maybe the next chapter is just gonna be concluding the fights that don't really matter much, like Fukuroka versus Rizo, CP9 versus X Drake and Apu. And which other battle is this more like insignificant that I'm forgetting? Although the numbers are still there, so I'm not sure what's the deal with them, but we'll see. I'm guessing it's gonna be a bit of a break between we go to Big Mom and Kaido, and I feel like the Big Mom and Kaido is probably gonna be a bit longer for it. But I don't really see how. It's probably gonna be the Straw Hats. They're probably all gonna be working together with King Kit and Law to take down Big Mom or something. I don't know. But anyways, we'll see what's gonna happen next. Anyways, I hope you liked it. I hope you leave a like. I hope you like this reaction. I hope you leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. With that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.